Oh jeez. All right, I have to pivot my brain from combo mode to fair deck Deathrite Shaman mode here. It might take me a minute. Let's sit down while we do this. I need my energy. Try the right chat. All right. Occasionally to get beer, but not much more, and complains about it the whole way. I think this hand's a keep, right? Seems fine. Oh no! Oh no! Opponent, you're supposed to be playing blue cards and brainstorming and stuff. You're not supposed to play stupid colorless cards. Derp, derp, derp. Big, dumb, stupid, colorless cards. We do have Wastelands and Loams in our deck, so, like, all hope is not lost. We do have Wastelands and Loams in our deck. Wasteland, Wasteland, Wasteland! Built. No, we have Wastelands and Loams in our deck. It's cool. Cool. Hey, chat, just calm down, okay? Hey, look, Deathrite Shaman has a point of power. How many fetches are we playing? Oh, that's a good question. Probably not enough, because I just added Deathrite Shaman without thinking about anything else. I think there's only 6 fetches in the deck. I think I should have added more fetch lands to the mana base. Yeah, 10 out of 10 should have gone up fetches. Ten out of 10 should have gone up fetch lands. I actually just have, like, no cards to bring in here, right? Am I boarding in Maelstrom Pulse? I'm boarding in Toxic Deluge. I'm gonna board in Chainer's Edict. I guess I'm gonna board in Duress to tag Chalice or, like, removal. Yeah, Wasteland is a pseudo fetch. Am I supposed to just never board out chains because I can combo them? Maybe I'm supposed to never board out chains so I can combo them. Maybe that's it. Alright. Whatever. Can we call this judge I need help .deck? The combo works where Chains of Mephistopheles plus Anvil of Bogardan means neither player gets to draw more magic cards. They just bury the top 2 cards of their deck every turn. And we get around that combo by dredging a Loam with one of those draws and then discarding a land from our Loam. I feel like I want to mulligan this, right? I have Burning Wish, Rogue. We have Burning Wish in our deck. Alright, I'm going to keep this because we'll just scry a Wasteland. It will be good. Alright, turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 him. Sign me up. Am I just taking Smusher? I'm just taking Smusher. Maybe if we're really lucky, we'll him to Tourach their 2 remaining lands away next turn. you could do similar things with Leovold. Is that true? Does Leovold do the exact same thing with Anvil? But it still locks them out of draws, right? You just get Clasm, right? Hey, Apple Tunes, keep streaming and take my money with the 2-month 3 subscription. Thank you very much and welcome back. I do appreciate that. As always, subs are the best way you can support my content here. No, I don't think so. They have double temple anyways. It doesn't really matter. How do instants let them get out of it? Anvil's all one line, right? So they draw and discard in the same line of text, so if they have no cards in hand. I just play the formats people send me money to play. We just had a couple of standard donation deck lists today. If I do play any paper magic, I'm not going to be playing any standard events. Like, none of the events near me coming up are standard, so... Yes, I can draw Abrupt Decay. Yeah, but the Anvil makes you discard your card. That's why it's good. The Anvil, the text on Anvil, we'll pull up Anvil here in a second. But I think people are right that, like, I don't think instant speed discard breaks it up. So Anvil of Bogardan says, beginning of each player's draw step, they draw an additional card, then discard a card. Oh, is this a trigger on the stack? Is this a... Well, no, if they have no cards in hand and you Anvil... I don't understand. I don't actually know how that works. Is that a trigger or is it just a thing that happens? Just like a static effect? You draw and then Anvil happens as a trigger. Okay, that makes sense. So for those of you that are wondering why we're playing the cards we are, this is a donation deck list. If you're new to the stream, what that means is one of my subscribers or someone in chat sent in a donation for us to play a deck list, almost card for card what they wanted. They gave me some liberty to change some things in this deck since it was an older deck list, so we like added Deathrite Shaman and a couple of other things, but the core of the deck idea is still what they submitted. Seems fine. Almost time for a Moto Dirt Nap. Heading up on 2 gigs of RAM. Oh, I'm dead. Unfortunate. Was the last round OP trying out some Eldrazi jank. GG's MG. Thanks for the cheer. I appreciate that. Good luck in the rest of your league. Maybe they don't have a land. Okay. Well. Do I him them or do I try to set up the lock, chat? I feel like I should just try and set up the lock, right? Oh, I forgot about the Chancellor. I forgot about the Chancellor. Trigger. Mistakes were made, chat. Mistakes were made. Should have cast Loam, ain't that the truth? Alright, I'll take some info on the way out with me. We're pretty dead here. Needed to hit a land there. Alright, got these punishing fires. Leyline of the Voids. My balls are not big enough to him to Tourach the Reanimator deck, so we're going to cut those. I think Abrupt Decay is actually fine. Sometimes they Blood Moon post board. They also have Animate Dead as like 4 of the Reanimate spells a lot of the time. I think Word of Command's probably too slow. My Magic Online frozen? Alright, I think my Magic Online's frozen. Enjoy some pretty fractals. Enjoy my wonderful sponsors page. Just hoping. Just hoping we have Leyline of the Voids in our sideboard. Hoping our sideboarding stuck. Sweet. Sweet. Our sideboard got submitted. Good beats. Good beats. Dodged the Magic Online death. Leyline of the Void, Dark Confidant lands the cast Dark Confidant. Hoagland 7 lets you know how much you're saving. Reminds you how many dollar dues you're saving. I think someone sent the donation deck that I missed when we were mid stuff. Solid one donation deck, yep. Would like to put this into play. Chancellor of the Annex into revealed cards. Wamp. Because that's how my family pronounces it. The way I was raised. How do we decide if we turn on Wasteland them or not? Yeah, do you remember not to? We're not going to Wasteland them because I need this third land to play Dark Confidant. No, you're not casting the Leyline of the Void. Leyline is cheaty faced into play, right? Okay. Selective brutality or something? Feels like brutality, right? Can this deck take Leyline off the table? Does anyone know? Whoa, they just went ham sandwich there. The old trade 5 card. Oh! They reanimated our Dark Confidant! They reanimated our Dark Confidant! Sick line, opponent. Sick line. That's hot. I appreciate the size of my opponent's testicles. No, I'm not letting them keep the Dark Confidant. Stop it, chat. Their deck has high casting cost things in it, but it, like the average converted mana cost is actually quite low. Like it has a lot of variance in the range of mana cost that it has, but opponent deserves to it after that. They definitely gave it their college best. Start attacking here. Look, Solver, anytime someone uses a card in a way that's not intended to be used, like that's not why you put Reanimate in your deck, right? Like Reanimate's not in their deck. Is normal out as Reverence Signs. I think they often play Wear Chair. I won't play the third one, but I think Wear Chair is often their out, so I'm gonna play the second one. Sick combo lands plus Deathrite Shaman, right? It's quite strong. The lands plus Deathrite Shaman deck. Tilt. Our secret Santa Leyline of the Void got taken. Well, I should exile my Bob so they don't reanimate it again. Yeah, that's true. It's true. It's good thinking, chat. Yeah, that's true. We haven't seen either of those. Leyline in my opener? Leyline in my opener? Leyline in my opener? Hey, hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, hey, yo. Hey, yo. I'm putting them both into play. I'm putting them on Wear Chair, not Reverend Silence. I've seen a lot more Wear Chairs than Reverend Silences. Oh no, not a Chancellor opponent. Please don't make me pay extra mana for my spells. Not my spells. These are my Leylines. My Leylines are amazing. You said we weren't playing the turn 1 combo deck today. Thank you everyone that's hanging out here today. My name is Jeff Hoagland, playing some Magic the Gathering, playing some Legacy this afternoon. If you're enjoying what you see, please make sure you hit that follow button on your screen. It doesn't cost you anything, helps so that people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see, I want to produce more of this content. The absolute best way you can do that is by subscribing on Twitch. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com will love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout, then you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You can save 12% on custom playmats, mousepads, sleeves, binders, bags. They really do it all. You can upload your own custom artwork or choose from the custom artwork they have on their website. And finally, SpareDeck.com. They offer kind of a unique service. They'll rent you any physical, standard, or modern cards. You can rent decks and cards from them for a weekend or up to an entire month. We're heading into match 3 of this league, where we are 1-1. Slow and steady wins the race. Our Chains of Mephistopheles, Anvil of Bogardan combo deck. Is this vintage? The turn 0 kill? That's pretty good, right? Turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Dark Confidant. Slow and steady, turn 0 wins. Trop Ponder, could be a few things. Delver or Storm are the most likely ones. Could also be a fair mid-range 4-color deck. Great. What kind of deck are you? Deck full of brainstorms, you say? The rest of their hand doesn't really do anything, right? So I'm going to take this brainstorm. We have Punishing Fire plus Grove against Infect. It's probably pretty good. Huh. Just play the Bob here. I think I want to just play the Bob here. It's pretty low chances we die next turn. This gives us a higher chance to find Wasteland. They might not even force this too, which lets us pick apart the rest of their hand nicely. Next turn I can Thoughtseize their Flusterstorm and then be able to Punishing Fire this Yawgmoth excess most likely. Welcome to Junderdome. Yeah, we're just like doing a Jund impression this game. We played Jund in Legacy recently. That deck was pretty good. Bobby. When in doubt, Jund him out. They could force this. Were you splashing Hate Bears in your board, or were you just playing straight Jund? Yeah, we played Vintage Belcher a long while ago. I was at the one where the AC unit caught fire. And confirm was there. Alright, I'll take Become Immense. Pass the turn. Daze Fluster Force. This is not my deck list. This is a donation deck list. So don't really have thoughts or feelings on how anything plays out in this deck. I'm just going to start plowing through their counter spells here. You know, they have Daze Force Fluster, so take the first one, please. Are there really that many Fatal Pushes in Legacy? This seems decent for us. I get to him their last two cards out of their hand now. 2 looks at another Wasteland next turn to take them off their only threat. Delver decks have bad. Chains is decent. I think after they lose their hand here, I'm just gonna like stick this Chains. Oh, they're probably gonna make me pay 1, right? Nope. Oh, because then they lose their land if they paid 1. Oh, do you need a diaper change? Feels like you need a diaper change, Chad. Yep, let's get you a bowl and a diaper change. I'll be right back, Chad. I need to play dad for a minute. Hey, calm down. Your bowl one either. Pretzels. All right, so now Anvil just locks them out, right? This says they can't draw magic cards anymore. Spell Pierce. Alright, fine. Fine. Oh, I should have gotten a red source there, whatever. So now my opponent won't get to draw cards anymore. They're just gonna get to have to discard the top 2 cards of their deck every turn. Well, I guess they can play pump spells, right? Their first draw each turn is a pump spell. If they drew exactly a pump spell here, they could get us. Duels become amends, right? Alright, well now they should be dead. They're gonna just punishing fire them out of this game. They're never gonna have cards in hand again, and they're gonna get punishing fired out of this game. Was it a long diaper change? They didn't time it. I don't think it was that much longer than normal. We play reserve list cards that tilt our opponent. That is in fact how the combo works, can confirm. My opponent doesn't want to play Magic with us anymore. Come back, opponent. Come back. Pretty sure we're just gonna submit. I sorted the deck like this because it's just like mono 2-drops. Like putting it in pile view wasn't very useful. So basically what happens when we get Chains and Anvil in play is Anvil says basically you get a loot during your draw step. So when just Anvil is out, every turn both players draw 2 cards and then discard 1 card. With Chains of Mephistopheles out, Chain says if you go to draw a second card, you instead discard then draw. So what Chains and Anvil together do is each turn during the draw step, my opponent will draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards effectively. It seems fine, right? Like a P-Fire and a Dark Confidant and a Liliana. We have Burning Wish in our deck, so all of these sorceries in our sideboard are here to Burning Wish for, depending on what's useful in different situations. to brainstorm. How lucky. Word of Command is an instant. That's a card to bring in. Yes, the same thing happens to both players. So our deck breaks the symmetry of what's happening with that combo with Dark Confidant, Punishing Fire, and Life from the Loam. If you dredge your first draw step each turn with Life from the Loam, you've replaced a draw, so the Chains of Mephistopheles won't trigger on you for the second one. So by dredging the first draw each turn, you kind of play around the drawback. Punishing Firing this on my turns, that way if I go to kill it on their turn, they can't pump it and protect it. Punishing Fire is very good against Infect. That is 100% true. Am I dead? Yeah, not quite. Another Wasteland. I think I'm gonna be a little bit aggressive with these Wastelands. I've got Loam, right? I probably should have sequenced my lands Badlands Bayou. Now I need to play this Bayou out to play this Life from the Loam. Try and take this trade. Basically trading Bob for a pump spell here. Oh. Heal? Okay. Also, I'm just supposed to Wasteland them here, but I kind of like using my resources. See if they kill me here or not. I'm dead to double pump spell. I'm dead to become immense. Did do a few things, but didn't really have a way to play around any of those things. We're just like hoping they don't have them. Oh yeah, super dead. Oh, I'm not. I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead yet. I wonder if they have another threat. I'm trying to like think of cards they could have here. I think I go Wasteland plus my Liliana, bin this Loam. Yeah, kind of. Invigorate explicitly specifies you have to have a forest in play in order to play it. So if they didn't have another land drop there, actually Wastelanding them cuts them off of playing Invigorate. So in the context of cards in their deck, there's slightly different things going on there. I think I want to play the second Liliana before I Wasteland them, because they could have a Dryad Arbor. This also lets me play around Daze. Opponent doesn't want to play Magic with us anymore. We're now 2-1. Just kind of junted that opponent out. We did get to Anvil lock them in the first game, I guess. Did Anvil lock them in the first game? Between Daze and Dryad Arbor, it's worth holding the Wasteland there. What do you want? Do you need more to eat? Do you want more pretzels? Hey, pretzels. Pretzels, please. Can't seem fine generically. Hopefully they're a deck that's weak to Wasteland Recursion. I'd actually be interested to try Jund with Hate Bears in the board in Legacy. Opponent mulligan to 5 and then scry top. Interesting. Some kind of combo deck, maybe? Belcher or Storm? Alright, I think they're probably some kind of combo deck, which I think means I just want to get this Chains into play ASAP. Because part of their combo likely involves drawing cards. Concedes to Chains. Do I just board in Leylines in the dark here? Mulligan to 5, scryed top. They scryed top, right? Yeah, they scryed top and still didn't have a land drop. What are the odds Leyline of the Void is good against them? Probably high. Punishing Fire and Abrupt Decay probably are medium minus at best. Alright, I'm gonna board like this. This might be assuming a little bit too much, but I think this is fine. I think I need to mulligan this if they keep 7. I think I need a discard spell or a Leyline. Okay, they're just playing Belcher. Oh, they're playing SI. Okay. Okay. Yeah. James is real good against this one. James is real good against that one. Opponent's hand is pretty good here. Double LED is strong. I wonder if they're going to double crack in response. I'd probably double crack in response. All right, buckle up, chat. Am I dead or did you miss? They could miss on a draw 4 here and die. Miss on a draw 4, miss on a tutor. Maybe they're supposed to hold one of the LEDs to crack for a tutor. Oh, 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 oh! The Dryad Arbor was low enough that we died. Got us with the Belcher. All right, Leyline doesn't do anything. Word of Command sounds great. Lost Legacy. I mean, a lot of these cards don't matter. We just need turn 1 interaction. We're gonna mulligan for our 5 discard spells. Hopefully we can keep a Thoughtseize into a him hand here. Thoughtseize into Chains. Sign me up. Off the chain! Hands off the chain, ladies and gentlemen. Why did they bring in... I'm not a combo deck opponent. This is incorrect. Our opponent... if you're playing the SI side of a matchup like this, you just shouldn't sideboard. You should just click submit. My opponent gave us a free discard here. Wow, they gave us a free discard. This was not a good keep. I think I'm supposed to take the Spirit Guide. It's like their starter. I think maybe we're supposed to take Spirit Guide there. I don't think they can cast a Cruel Bargain regardless of what they draw. This will be lights out. Yep, I agree. We can close our eyes and take one at random there and we'd win that. I know a GG's opponent. If they're playing SI, that's probably someone that's watched the stream. Yeah, enjoy the stream. Cool decks. Welcome back. May the rest of your Inquisitions be a little bit stronger than that one. I think you shouldn't board against decks like this. The Leyline of Voids are in the sideboard of the Spanish Inquisition deck for fast combo decks. I need to run upstairs really quick and check and see if Declan is awake. Want a drink? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Perfect. Look, didn't even miss anything. Oh, sweet. Our opponent's 2-2 and we're 3-1. If we're gonna lose, we can bribe them because that's legal. I'm so excited for our first on-stream bribery to occur. So it is legal to offer your opponent part of your prizes to concede to you in the last round of a league if you are both in the last round of your league. And if my opponent beats me in this game, they will be 3-2, which means they get 120 play points and 1 chest. If I win this league, I get 180 play points and 8 chests, which means if my opponent is about to beat me, I can offer them 7 treasure chests out of my prizes, which will be more prizes than they would get normally, and they'll all be tradable, and I'll still be able to, what's the word I'm searching for? What do I do here? Do I jam the chains? I feel like I'm supposed to jam the chains. Grab a Badlands and jam the chains. No, I have it straight from the horse's mouth that's legal, Bulletproof Pope. That's why I'm talking about it on stream. I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't allowed. It is explicitly called up. It is explicitly stated in the Magic Online Terms of Service that you're allowed to split in the last round of a league like that. Rats! Opponent had the force for our chains, which is why we tried to stick to chains there, because chains shuts down their brainstorms. No, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Be greedy like you are in game. I mean, 6 chests right now is actually more. What is it? Chests are 2.5 right now. So if I offered my opponent 6 chests, 6 times 2.5 is that's the wrong number. 6 times 2.5 is God, I'm bad at typing. 6 times 2.5 is 15, and they're only getting 14.5 right now. So I'm gonna fetch another black source here. Do I just want a swamp? No, I think I want a Badlands again. If they want to keep wastelanding me, that's fine. Deathrite Shaman. Actually took a wasteland out of their hand there because I'm a goddamn professional. I think I want to play the Anvil of Bogardan here. Just like try and find us a chains faster. Yeah, I'm definitely going to offer 7. No, I'm waiting until I lose, because if I win, I just get all of the prizes, right? But if I wait and I'm losing, I can offer my opponent the 7 chests to concede to me, and then they end up money and I end up money. But I end up more money. No, I'll link them to MTG Lee's Twitter. I should find that, actually. I want to find my thread from the other day, and I'll just be able to link them on his Twitter and just be like, look, it's legal. Ooh, I love Punishing Fire. I love me some Punishing Fire. Consider dying to some Punishing Fire. How do you find out? If you're not streaming and you don't have MTG bot, you just have to ask your opponent if they're in their last round. I posted some math on Twitter the other day that shows you what's the optimal way when you should offer your opponent chests to concede to you. Where is it? You should. Here's the link. If you play Magic Online, this is when you should offer things to concede to you. No, you literally get to say, Cliffy, you literally get to say, will you concede for X? That's how it works. Trust me, I asked explicitly and said, is this what we're allowed to say? And they said yes. So actually, I want to take Brainstorm out of their bin here. Actually, I probably just want to take Young Pyromancer, so that way I can have a little bit more health. I want the game to go long. The game going long favors me. You end up more money because, let's say I'm about to lose and offer my opponent 7 chests to concede to me. By offering them 7 chests, they're getting more money out of it. I'm going to get the same amount of chests that way, but I'm also going to end up 60 play points higher. That was a great draw. So now I get to play this, and I get to play this Chains of Mephistopheles around Spell Pierce. And I get to trigger this and get both my Punishing Fires back. So bribery is not a bug, but a feature. Correct. It is a feature. Straight from MTG Lee's mouth. Ah! Oh, we're done playing Magic. All right, that's sweet. Nothing. It's an opponent accepting a split like that is 100% on them trusting you. Magic Online does not enforce splits in any way, shape, or form. I have the upside of being like, hey, I'm streaming for 400 people. You can come watch me. I'm gonna give you these chests. Chains basically says, don't brainstorm, you'll be sad. That's what Chains of Mephistopheles says. It says, don't brainstorm, you'll be sad. No, seriously, don't brainstorm. No, don't do it. Oh god, they cast the brainstorm and died. Where's the tweet straight from MTG Lee? Yeah, look at that. You got it. Yeah, that sounds great, right? Does turn 2 chains and has an Abrupt Decay. Wasteland's okay in this matchup too. Please don't therapy me. Please don't therapy me. We are on the draw this game, so even if we don't get therapy, we could just get like Delvered out of this match, right? Oh god. Oh god. The Cabal therapy. Okay, didn't get stifled. Step 1. I've got a bunch of these, so I'm just playing into Dazes. They must have a true name here, right? Why they're not returning the days of the land to their hand. Burning Wish for Edict takes care of true name nicely. You want another granola bar? Can you say please? Good job. Huh. Do I want to just Wasteland them and then play this Loam? I think I do, actually. Hey, Zolgotha with the 4-month resubscription. Thank you very much and welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Flusterstorm, Life from the Loam. Yep. Resolves. I wonder if I was just supposed to like play Wasteland and then play Chains around days. It's possible. I don't know, Wastelanding them is pretty appealing to keep them off of potentially being able to draw and cast a true name. Hey, cool Zelik. Zelik with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much. As always, subs are the best way you can support my content here. Yep. All right. I'm gonna dredge this. Didn't hit a third land there, which kind of sucks. Don't daze me. Don't daze me. All right. Do I want to Wasteland them again? I think I'm gonna just play this and pass. And then next turn, I can go Burning Wish for Edict, and then Chains to play around Daze. Like, probably would have dazed that Loam, right? Yeah, they must have boarded in Flusterstorm. We did just build 2 lilies, yep. Huh. Do I want to dredge this? I think I do. What a tilt. Just trips death rate. Do I want to just... I think I want to just get Toxic Deluge now, right? I think I want to just get Toxic Deluge. And we'll play Chains as a follow-up. Well, this does mean I don't get to play around Spell Pierce, right? But it's better to play around them drawing another creature. I guess I get a draw step. I get a land on my draw step. No, I think I need to take the True Name off the table. Because, like, again, I'm favored in a long game. So I kind of just want to, like, try and position myself to survive to get to a long game. I want to take, like, as least amount of risks as possible here. Because the chains isn't going to prevent us from dying to what they have on the table. All right, so they discard a card and then they draw a card here? Is that how this works? Oh! What a tilt! What a tilt! What a tilt! What a tilt! Gonna die to this True Name now. We've got Burning Wish and Liliana's as live draws here. We're taking 5 this turn. I'm going down to 10. Two Lilies, 3 Wishes, right? I have 2 Lilianas here in my bin. It's okay. We're up a game. If we lose this one, we've got another one. We've got 5 draws to be able to kill this thing here. So we're gonna go to 10, and then I've got 4 draw steps here. I think I'm actually gonna hold this Chains. I think they could take the first one off the table. Might as well wait. I don't want to double Wasteland them here, because I want to be able to play around, I want to be able to play around Days with Liliana, and I want to be able to play around Days with... What's it called? Next turn, I might waste them off their black sources. That way I can Loam back if we brick again. Alright. Actually, I should take them off their red sources, right? So they can't bolt us. That. Oh, need to draw a step. Alright, so you're saying there's a chance. Watch them have, like, Spell Pierce to be able to counter this. Like, because I spent my Wastelands. Wasting them does keep them off of forcing me, which is nice. Big bucks, no Spell Pierce, no Flusterstorm. Wonder if I'm supposed to waste them to keep them off of Snapcaster Flusterstorm. Nope. That resolved. God bless. Right. Now I can just Wasteland them out of the game, right? I just get to like double Wasteland them next turn. And then... Oh, this was a mistake. I should have left a Wasteland up because now they could draw and play another True Name this turn. That's not something I should have allowed. So I should have left this up so that I could waste them off of a black here. Okay, no punishment. This is an Justice stream. Wasteland you. Land you. There goes the neighborhood. Yeah, got there without bribery. That's so sad. We didn't get to bribe anyone on stream. Playing this deck more makes me think I want to just try playing Jund. I don't know if the Chains, like, this is just like a genuinely powerful card against so many decks in Legacy. And like, the only like really cute thing this deck is doing is like playing these Anvils, right? And like, Anvil has like text box when we're just loaming people. So like, this deck's kind of fun. It's doing neat things. Bribery's more of a cube card anyways. They drop it underground to see the cast bribery easier.